Well, g'day, lads and lasses out there supporting me. Okay, so today I thought I'd take us back. I'll flip it over back to when I got to 1RAR after my School of Infantry. I've flown up to 1RAR. I'm keen, I'm mean, I'm lean. I'm ready to just fucking, prove my mettle, show the guys that they can trust me, fit inside my section, and and start my fucking my military career. Okay, I just noticed on the beard. Sorry about my beard, so crazy. It's just, I've shaved every day, fucking my whole life, and I've never grown a beard before, so that's why I'm doing it. We've got to shave all the time over there because if you need to put a gas mask on, you need a nice clean fit against the skin, and a beard, or most can hound that. Okay, so what we're going to go talk about is when I first got there, and they were like, oh, you got fucking infantry on your chest. You need to prove yourself. You haven't done nothing yet. Blah, 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 trying to fucking, embarrass me, break me. Just testing my mettle, At the time, you don't know that. You're sort of like, right, it's going to do good. I need to show these guys that I got their backs, and then I can prove myself, and I'm going to fit in here, And the worst thing was, when I got to 1RAR in Charlie Company, at the time, my company, Charlie Company, was over in Hawaii, training with the Marines. And I got there, and they had 4 weeks to go. So I was waiting for my platoon, 3 weeks to go. So I was waiting for my platoon to come back, and just thinking, oh my God, these guys have been over there tight for the last 3 months, training every single day in Hawaii, climbing up volcanoes with their packs and doing all this crazy stuff, with the Marines, trying to outdo each other over there, like a big competition. And so I'm thinking, oh no, these guys are going to be tight. Now I've got to try and fit into this tight group, and they don't know me, they're not going to trust me. I've rocked up with the infantry, so they think I've got some fucking ego or some shit. Anyway, so what I got told though is because you're going from the coldest states, and I got there in the winter time. I left Singleton down Newcastle there, and down at the Hunter Valley there, and it was cold, but I came straight up from there to Townsville, and that was tropical. If anyone's been up in Townsville, maybe for a couple of days, a week or two, in the cold parts of winter, you might throw a jumper on, a hoodie, but other than that, it's pretty fucking. It's pretty good weather, it's hot. So, but coming from training from hinterland, New South Wales, and then moving into the tropicals, I walk this way, the fucking sun. And then the tropical, up there, it's crazy. I've still got fucking skin rashes and shit from my time in Townsville, It really fucked with me up there. I think living moist in the jungle, you get this crazy shit on your skin, and that's I've been dealing with it all my life, but that's just, part of living in the bush, whatever. Okay, so I'm there. I've got 2 section commanders. I'm not going to know their names because they're fucking pieces of shit now after the fact. And as I came up and became a corporal and a sergeant, my own leader of men, oh mate, what those guys did to me back then, fuck, I went out of my way to never treat anybody like that. Alright, the way they fucking treated me, those pieces of shit. But it only took like 6 months and I worked out what was what. And anyway, let's tell the story. Okay, so I'm going to skip through a bit of bullshit because I want to give you my times of when I first got there and talk sort of step by step of how I went through my fucking tattoo and all this bullshit, right? Anyway, so I've been told though at Singleton, when you leave the School of Infantry, they should go easy on you because you need to acclimatise. You just can't hit the ground in Townsville and have your heart rate over 150, fucking, climbing up mountains with packs and stuff. You're just going to fall over because your body hasn't climatized to that moist, hard, that what is it, that northern, tropical environment. It's fucking, it's horrible, man. It's sticky, it's a place, I don't know if you've ever been up there, but you've had a shower, you feel clean. As you're getting dry in the shower, in the bathroom, you're getting clammy and sticky already from the tropicalness of the heat. It sort of sticks to you, you got to cut the air up and fucking shove it down your throat like that, I used to smoke a bit back then, tobacco, And, you know, sometimes you'd be smoking and it'd go out because the moisture in the air, you have to keep lighting your fucking rollie or you see whatever the fuck you smoke. So, okay, so it's about 2 weeks, 3 weeks they got there, and it was about 10 days after that, so probably 4 weeks. Okay, so I'm still trying to work out, you know, right, this is the, you know, this is that, and this is this. I'm introducing myself to the other members of my section, you know, not just the section commander. I've got another 8 guides that I've got to work with and build their trust, you know, get their trust. It's initiation, and they're going to test you to see what your mettle is, they're going to test you what type of guy is, they're going to, you know, take you down the boozer and feed you full of piss and then fucking want to fight you. Let's just see what type of guy you are. I mean, you got to remember, we're coming into, you know, an area of just full of alphas, alpha males, you know, and all we want to do is fucking show the other bloke that I'm good, you know, I got you, you know, you don't have to worry about this motherfucker, I'm no weak link, you know, and you got to build that trust, and it takes months, you know, it takes months because you got to push guys through obstacle courses, and then you got to put him into his neck in water, then you got to throw him in tunnels where there's no air gap, you know, and you've got to go like 3 or 4 meters in the pitch black with all your gear on through this tunnel of water, and there's a good close chance that, you know, if you get stuck in there and panic, you could take a big mouthful of water and fucking drown. But the beauty of drowning is it doesn't matter, because if you drown, it's all good, bro. CPR and EAR, expired air resuscitation, bro, we'll get you back, no worries, you know, as long as your brain's not fucking, you know, too cooked for a couple of minutes. But yeah, you're out drowned, fucking minute and a half, 2 minutes dead, don't worry about it, you're coming back, it's all good. And so, okay, so we're doing this 40 clicker, right? Now, we decided to do a 40 clicker, and it's Townsville, so we've had the morning and the afternoon off. We start work at 1700, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're stepping off at 1800, 6 o'clock, and we've got to have 40 Ks done by 3 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm like, oh, right, fuck, you know, they told me that I wouldn't be doing this shit, you know, 35 kilos, and everything's weighed on a scale, so nobody's like blowing up, you know, the tent pillows and making their pack look fucking thick, and then, you know, it weighs 2 kilos. Nah, every single man weighs their pack, every single man weighs their webbing. We'll have our rifle, that's 3.8, throw a magazine, 30 drill rounds, 30 blank rounds, 4.2 kilos now you got in your hands. And you're in full kit, you know, you're in full uniform, full camouflage, fatigues, bush hat, fucking cam cream, the whole lot, right? But this isn't a tactical move, this isn't us patrolling, and this is us achieving a thing together as a section. So what we've got to do is we've got to move, we're going to do this 40 clicks as hard as we can, you know, and it's to see what you're made of, because like I said before, you put heavy weight on, lots of clothes, and just start walking. Oh, it's hard. It's fucking, it's the most painful thing. It's a war in your head, it's a war in your head, it's horrible. Okay, so now my cocksucker fucking corporal, I'm not going to name his name because he's a fucking dickhead. And he goes, right, we're going to show this fucking new cunt, this infantry cunt, let's see what he's fucking made of. And see, other than the weapons that we have, we also have section weapons like the 66. We have an M79, 40mm grenade launcher. We've got a bunch of claymores. You got two machine guns. So we got guys that have to, you know, carry fucking 800 round belts of linked ammunition that weighs, you know, 5 kilos each. If we're going to be near mortars, you're going to have 2 mortar rounds in your pack. That's another 5 kilos per round, 10 kilos of mortar rounds. And they're starting to give me some more extra weapons. So I'm carrying 2 claymores. I was carrying the M79, and I was carrying a couple of 400 round belts. Way more. Like my pack was like 45 kilos or something, like 47 kilos. And then, you know, I weighed fucking, what did I weigh? I weighed 80 kilos ring and wet, maybe 70. You know, I'm about 105 kilos now. But yeah, back then I was like, you know, young fella, fucking cardio. Okay, so this motherfucker, you know, he's in my ear. He's like, right, hey, shut the fuck up, cunts. We're going to test this motherfucker. You know, and so my pack's heavier than everybody else's. And I'm like, right, I've got this, you know. Thinking back to Singleton, I had those hardships at Singleton. I've done that fucking 18K stretch carry with loose boots. I'm like, you know, I've trained for this. This is nothing, I'm good. Okay, so we step off. Right, let's go. Boom, 6 o'clock, we're off. We're on time. We're going to get this 40 Ks done, right? And then we get about 10 meters and he goes, shuffling, change. Shuffling is a way we run with our gear. You can't run like you would if you're going for a jog. You know, you're going in the park and you're doing a 2 or 3K jog in the morning or whatever. You can't run like that when you have heavy weight. because every time you come down, your knees, your ankles, and the blow of your back just compresses with all that weight. You won't last fucking 5Ks or anything like that, right? So we have this technique what we call shuffling, and what we do, our boots never leave the ground. We sort of slide across the ground. It takes a while to get used to it, but it's the way you can move a long, long way at a really good pace without too much injury to to your back and your form and stuff, you know. Because you have crazy shit going on. Your traps get compressed and you lose feeling in your arms, you know, and then you're like, oh fuck, and you start playing with the safety catch, and you're like, I can't feel the safety catch. You know, and you got all this in, you go, oh my God, is he feeling that? And you look at him, and everyone's like trying to lean over, and it's just this fucking war, right? But it's good, it's hard, it's hard shit, it's fucking good, mate. Not everyone can do it. Like I said, you know, you do all this training, you get there, and some guys don't make it. I suppose it's like an initiation or a fucking what do you call it when someone's running a gang and they've got a prospect. It's sort of like that, but it isn't. But it is, you know, because if you go to war, you need to trust this guy. You know, is he going to get me on my shoulder and run if I'm fucking, you know, my legs blowing off and I've got a tourniquet? What's this? You need to know these things, you know. So we go through a long process of training. And then while we're doing that, we're getting tight, we're working out who the weak cunt is or the weeds, and sometimes we do. I've been a couple of times where I've had 2 weak cunts, and it's just like, sorry mate, get the fuck out, I can't trust you, mate, and then none of us can trust you, so get the fuck out. I mean, you go send them to do something stupid like fucking go and help the cooks wash fucking, I don't know, or go down the Q store and go and count blankets and shit, you know, whatever, get the fucking cunt out of there, you know, and because you do get weak cunts, and there's another one we have is jack cunts. They're the worst, jack cunts. We'll talk about jack cunts, JCs later. Anyway, so we're shuffling. I'm like, holy fuck, and I'm starting to drop back a bit already. And I'm like, and these guys are all fucking tight. They've been training in Hawaii, so they're super fit, and you know, they know each other well. And I've got a couple of guys coming up to me going, you know, respect, mate. We know how much weight you got there. Just chin up, going. I'm like, yeah, you don't have to tell me. I've got this, you know. And we're shuffling. Lesson I learned here as a leader because of what I went through, because of this fucking piece of shit corporal, you know, at the time, and we ended up getting belted up. We fucked him up, but this piece of shit corporal, what he did to the new blokes in was bastardization. It was fucking wrong. What he was doing was wrong. What he did to me, he could have broke me. Anyway, but you don't care, you know, like when you're a young man, you give a fuck. I'll leopard crawl over fucking broken glass. You know what I mean? I've got you, you know. Okay, so we're shuffling. I'm at the 38k mark and I haven't drinking a drop of water, okay? This is my mistake. Hot air, I'm sweating. I don't know if you guys know how heat exhaustion and heat illness works, how it goes into heat exhaustion, heat stroke. When you heat stroke, you're dead. End of heat exhaustion, your body stops sweating. You got no more moisture. You're sort of dry and clammy, okay? You literally have run out of water, and then that's when the body temperature in the brain starts to rise. When that rises, it's pretty hard to bring you back from that, because it's like an accelerated thing. It's already happening. You can't stop it from going to heat stroke. Like, you know, I've been in the field, well, just in the training environment in Rockhampton and Shellwater Bay and that, but we've had guys die from heat stroke. You know, and it's fucking horrible, because usually they think they're right and they go and lay down in their bed, man, and you wake up in the morning and the motherfucker's dead in his sleeping bag. You know, it's a training exercise. Yeah, fuck. So I had to bring back memories, okay, of that, you know, because that didn't need to happen, you know. All you need to do is drink fucking water, man, and that prevents that. So as a leader later on in my career, I used to go, righto boys, I don't give a fuck, get your water bottles out and drink with me. And I'd do that like every half an hour, you know, until the boys were disciplined to drinking water because of what's about to happen to me. I'm at the 38k mark, I'm like, yes, and I can see the silene sticks, okay, it's pitch black. And all of a sudden you see a red and a green silene stick about, you know, just in the distance. And they're big silenes, right? I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna make it. And then all of a sudden, I don't really remember, this is what the boys said as well. I remember feeling like drunk. And I started staggering to the right really, really hard. Like I was like, and my mom was going, what are you doing? And I was cooked. I'd stopped sweating probably 20 minutes ago. And I was in heat exhaustion, just about. And then I remember going a little stagger to the left, and the boys were like, are you all right? And that's about all I remember. And then I went fucking boom, hit the fucking tar. Unconscious, bro. Unconscious. And I'm fucking an hour and a half away from a hospital, right? Guess where I'll wake up? But I come to, fuck. I'm naked in a hospital bed. I've got my troop sergeant, I've got my troop commander leaning over me going, oh mate, holy fuck, we got you. And I'm like, all I've done is going, oh no, I fucked it. And they're like, calm down, bro, you walk till you fucking spotted it, you know, you fucking mad cunt. I was like, what happened? And I'm looking down at my legs and my fucking tops of my ankles and my feet are all stitched up and I'm in bandages my legs. I'm like, I said, when you hit the fucking ground, they felt you're fucking in heat exhaustion, bro. They turned you over, they ripped all your fucking clothes off you, and they grabbed their bayonets, and when they were ripping your boots off, they got a bit overzealous and they fucking cut through your laces and your tongues and cut all through the top of your feet. I was like, oh, fuck. They said, yep, you were unconscious while you were in the ambulance. They were pumping IV bags into my veins. 7 bags they pumped squeezed into my fucking arm. And it was about nearly 2 hours after that is when I came conscious in the hospital bed. Going, last thing I remember was like with a heavy right foot walking on the, I was like, wow. And they're like, yeah, the boys are, they're just making me feel good. I didn't know, all I can feel is failure. I didn't give a fuck, I'm not listening, I'm just thinking, these cunts think I'm weak. I failed the first fucking walk, I'm just fucking beating myself up. But the boss of my sergeant's going, yeah, fucking, and I'm like, yeah, okay. Yeah, so I woke up in hospital and I just went, and once I learned about heat exhaustion and heat illness, man, to manage that, that's when I learned, this guy was crazy. He should have been making sure the new guy, me, I should have been drinking water. I was too focused on making sure these guys knew I was too busy trying to impress and showing these guys I got it. Well, I was neglecting myself. I wasn't drinking water. I wasn't fucking eating sugar cube. I wasn't doing the stuff that I need to do, suck on bar, So it was, yeah, it was fucking a horrible experience. But again, now I know how far I can walk with 45 kilos in the heat, shuffling 38 k's without drinking water before I fall over. So I've just a little bit of personal knowledge that's taught about myself. I thought, right, okay, if I had a couple of drinks, I had that, and I'm like, picking them up, and then I'll come back to the section, and they're like, lad, you walk till you fucking, I'm fucking, boom, all my fucking face was busted up. It looked like I'd been in a fight. My nose was fucking, but my legs were fucking stitched up, all tops of my feet. So that was in the first 5 weeks of me getting to the battalion. So, I passed, but I failed. In my mind, I failed. But the boys are like, you did what we needed you to do. And I didn't say a fucking word the whole way. And the whole way, I made sure they saw in my face. This is not bothering me inside. I was screaming. I was fucking screaming. Okay, so I want to tell you that one, and this is another one. Okay, so now it's 8 months. That section commander I've got, he's fucking gone, mate. We touched him up in the pub. We nailed that cunt. He's out, mate, right? This fucking piece of shit. I wish I could say his name, but he's a type of dog that will fucking come and then I'll have to... Anyway, he's gone. He's out of my fucking section. I'm with a new cunt, right? And now we're doing a thing called section competition. So as you can imagine, in a platoon, there's 3 sections. 3 sections make a platoon, 3 platoons make a company, 4 companies make a fighting battalion. Okay, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta are the fighting companies, and then you have a support company which has snipers, recon, mortars, direct fire support weapons, and SIGs, right? Communications. And that's what makes that infantry battalion. They're all grunts. If you get the support company, you've done 2 or 3 years in the rifle company as a rifleman. They've given you a support company course where you get to pick what course you want to do. Then you go to support company and you go and pursue that, that new skill. Like for me, when I did my 2 years, I decided to go to mortars because I wanted to blow cunts up with bombs, and they had a fucking cool name with death from the other side of the hill was our motto, and that was all over our shirts. I was fucking sick. Why did he fucking turn his camera around? Hey, I love her. Look at her. She's my girl. I love you, baby girl. Yeah. So, and Mel was with me through all this. I met Mel when I was 19 years old. She was 21. She's turning something this year and I'm 47. you know, and she's been with me every step of the way, mate. Never wins. I dragged her all over the fucking country. I was chasing war zones, and she stood there and, getting emotional on this one. Okay, so now we're doing section competition. I just told you how the fighting battalion's made. Now all those companies and platoons are broken down into individual 9-man sections, and now we're having a competition that goes for 2 days, and it's a skills competition. We shoot, we do obstacle courses, we fight bayonets, we fucking, you know, we do a 15-kilometre stretcher carry. If anyone knows Mount Stewart, when you go to fucking Townsville, that big massive mountain with the TV towers, we used to do stretcher carries up that in the middle of the day in all our gear. So now I'm on the stretcher and we're doing this section competition and we're doing really well. You know, we're acing it. Because we'll get, you know, as a job, as your job in the section, you get tested on whatever your job is in the section. So if you're a scout, eyes and ears, so you're getting tested on, you know, you might have to walk through a fire lane and they'll have 10 objects from fucking right at your left foot out to 100 metres, and you've got to see all 8 of those objects, okay? And then you've got to judge distances, and you got to call in, you know, you got to do all sorts of things. You got to call in mortify, you got to call in support, you got to, you know, you got to call in medical. So it's just this big test, right? It's a big test, and it's really to see who's got the biggest dick in the battalion. You know, the guy, you can imagine, out of all those fighting guys, you pick the best section. You know, you're sitting at the bar and yeah, you got fucking, you know what's up, you know, and that's what you want to be. And we're doing really good. Now I'm on the stretcher carry and I'm on the front left again, and I'm fucking heading. I'm like, this is easy, you know. By now I've found my way in the section. Now I've got respect. You know, I'm not a jube. We call them newbie jubies when you first get there, 8 months. I've been there like 18 months, nearly 2 years. So now I'm a fucking senior rifleman. And, you know, I've shown the guys, I'll tell you, I've done jungle training, we've done all this crazy shit, right? But I want to tell you this, because this fucking was one of the most painful things that I ever experienced. We're going up Mount Stewart. My second commander, who was a good cunt, this one, he's like, Goody, get off the fucking stretcher, bro, and do fire support to the rear. You need to have a break. You've been going. We're halfway up Mount Stewart, and I started at the bottom, and I'm like, no, I've got the left. No one's taking this, man. And he... Me being the digger, he's a section commander, he's going, you're pushing too hard, cunt, fuck off. And I'm like, no, I've got this. And I'm going, and then we just get to this after we had that conversation. Maybe we've climbed 20 metres up, and I've just come to this vertical hit that's about waist height, but it's a vertical step up into a rock. And I've got it, and I've got to jump up. And as I jumped up, and I put my left foot up there, and I heaved in my guts, bang! I pushed a fucking hemorrhoid out my butthole, man. A massive big hemorrhoid ripped out my ass. And I dropped the stretcher and I fell into the mountain. I thought someone had stuck a fucking knife in my asshole. I'm fucking screaming and they're like, what's going on? And I've just dropped the stretcher, this poor cunt on it. And I'm like, ah! And I pull my pants down, they have a look and they're like, oh my God, you're fucking blowing a hemorrhoid out your ass. And I'm fucked on the side of this fucking cliff, leaning into the mountain, going through the most pain. I don't know if anyone's had a hemorrhoid, and it was big as my thumb. Now I've got my ass out in the air, and I'm on the stretcher with a thing in my butt like this, because all I can do is do this. And I'm like, oh my fucking God, I didn't care what anyone thought. I was in so much pain, it felt like there's a hot fucking rail iron right in my ring gear. And I done half up a mountain, they carried me all the way down the mountain, like an hour down to the hospital. And now I'm fucking dealing with a hemorrhoid guy, and he's telling me, you know, we can put rubber bands on it and I'll fucking die, or I can give you this cream and you can fucking, you know, hope it goes smooth, or you can have this silver bullet and shove it in your ass, it'll make it go loose, and then you can fucking push it back in. I'm like, oh my God, what do I do? So, you know, I just went with, try to get it smaller and sort of manage it, but yeah, that wasn't the first time I blew hemorrhoids out my butt, fucking just doing too much, striving too hard, trying to go too hard. But I got used to the pain. I blew a hemorrhoid out once, and I squeezed my ass cheeks, and I just did it. And I got back there, fucking, sorry, I don't want to offend anybody, but I got the old silver bullet, shoved my butt, and I used to fucking grab some Vaseline and shove that cunt fucking back up there. As bad as that sounds, but I did that for years, yeah. But those are torture times. That me dealing with that my pain threshold was building my mental toughness again. It's getting me ready for war, you know, getting me ready for me to, you know, set me up for success. You know, at the end of my career, I was a sergeant. I had my own platoon. You know, and my guys, mate, they would have fucking leopard crawled into fucking hell for me. It wells me up thinking about it. I was like, anyway, guys.